Have you ever chanted the Heart Sutra so many times that the words flow effortlessly, yet still wondered, what does it really mean? Have you ever questioned why, despite your devotion, it still feels like you're only scratching the surface, like the true message is floating just out of reach? Welcome back to the channel where we explore sacred teachings that can illuminate your path in ways you never imagined. I'm honored to have you here today because we are going to journey into one of the most revered, misunderstood, and powerful teachings in all of Buddhism, the Heart Sutra. This short, cryptic scripture, only a few hundred words long, has been chanted by monks, scholars, and lay people for over 1,000 years. It is recited in temples, in homes, on mountain tops, and even on deathbeds. Yet, for many, it remains a mystery cloaked in paradoxes and philosophical riddles. Today, we will go beyond the surface, beyond the ritualistic repetition, and uncover the 9 hidden layers of the Heart Sutra that reveal not just intellectual understanding, but life-shifting insight, and we will do so in a way that is grounded, personal, and profoundly transformative. Let's begin not with theory, but with a story. A woman named Clara in San Francisco came to Buddhism not through books or philosophy, but through heartbreak. After her husband left her abruptly, her world collapsed. A friend gave her a small card with the words, "Form is emptiness, emptiness is form." Confused, he asked, "What does this mean?" Her friend smiled and said, "Just sit with it, chant it, let it work through you." Clara began to chant the Heart Sutra every morning. First, it was just words, but then things began to shift. The pain didn't disappear, but it transformed, became a doorway. Teacher. Months later, he wrote in her journal, "I used to think emptiness meant nothingness. Now, I see it means freedom." This is the first hidden layer of the Heart Sutra, at emptiness as freedom, not void. When most people hear emptiness, they think of desolation, but in the Heart Sutra, emptiness as sunyato is not a bleak void. It's the space of infinite potential. It means that nothing has a fixed, permanent, independent self, and that's liberating. If things are not fixed, then suffering is not fixed. If identity is not fixed, then transformation is possible. This teaching is not abstract philosophy's practical wisdom. Imagine holding a grudge for years, believing someone is just like that. But when you realize they are not a fixed being, you can let go. That's emptiness. That's freedom. The second hidden layer is the collapse of duality. The Heart Sutra famously states, "There is no most ton, body, mind, and no suffering, no origin of suffering, no cessation, and no path." To the untrained, it sounds like a denial of the Four Noble Truths, but what it's doing is transcending them, showing us that all conceptual frameworks, even the most sacred ones, are ultimately tools and not truths. When you cling to the path itself, you miss the destination. This sutra invites us to live beyond opposites, beyond self and other, right and wrong, sacred and profane. Daily life. This can mean moving beyond labels. We're not just a mother or a boss or a student. You are a fluid, dynamic expression of life. The sutra dissolves the cage of identity. The third layer is prajna, as intuitive knowing. Pray not parade movements is the perfection of wisdom, but it's not weak knowledge. It's the wisdom that rises when you look at a person and suddenly deeply understand them without words. Then you sit in silence and clarity dawns without thinking. The Heart Sutra is a transmission of prajna. Chanting it is not about recitation, it's about resonance, like a tuning fork, aligning you with the frequency of awakened mind. There was a monk in Tibet who taught the Heart Sutra to his students by having them sit in silence for an hour before reading a single line. Only in stillness, he said, can you hear what the words are not saying. The fourth layer is the Bodhisattva path hidden in the formlessness. While the sutra seems to strip away everything, it ends with a bold declaration. Gate baragate peresem gate bautais vefaha. This is not just a mantra. It is a proclamation of the path. On, gone beyond, dom altogether beyond, awakening's hail. This is the journey of the Bodhisattva, not escaping life, but transcending the illusions within it, not avoiding suffering, but transforming it into compassion. The Heart Sutra doesn't say detach and disappear. It says to transcend and return. The true Bodhisattva goes beyond fear and then comes back to help others do the same. The fifth layer is the mantra as portal. Any chant the final mantra without knowing its depth, but these 5 phrases echo the entire path of awakening. Gates go. Kara gates go beyond. Parasamjits go completely beyond. Thought is awakening. Sva is so be it, or hail. When you chant this, you're not just repeating words, you're entering a portal, a vibrational key that aligns your mind with the path of transcendence. Is the thunderous echo of enlightenment itself. The sixth layer is the liberation from fear. In the Heart Sutra, we are told that by relying on prajna paramita, the Bodhisattva is free from all fear. Fear is born from clinging to identity, to control, to permanence. But when you truly understand emptiness, you realize there's nothing to hold on to, and thus nothing to lose. A man named Luis in Buenos Aires once faced bankruptcy. His identity as a successful entrepreneur crumbled. Despair, he found solace in meditation. The Heart Sutra became his anchor. You later said, I realized the business was not me, the failure was not me, then the fear was not me, and in that realization, the fear vanished. The seventh layer is compassion as the natural outcome of wisdom. Many think wisdom and compassion are separate paths, but the Heart Sutra shows they are one. When you see the emptiness of all phenomena, you don't become cold, you become kind, because you see that everyone is struggling with the illusion of solidity, of separateness. There's a story of a teacher who told his student, you cannot separate the moon from its light. Wisdom without compassion is not real wisdom. The Heart Sutra teaches us that when you see clearly, you love deeply. Because you no longer see others, you see yourself everywhere. The eighth layer is the Sutra as mirror, not mat. Many approach the Heart Sutra looking for a guide, but it's not a map, it's a mirror. It reflects your mind back at you. Some days it seems mysterious, other days it pierces you with clarity. That's because it meets you where you are. Reading it daily is like checking your spiritual reflection. It shows you what you're clinging to, where you're stuck, and how to let go. One practitioner said, the sutra never changed, but added, and in that change, the words took on new life. The ninth and final hidden layer is the realization of already complete nature. The Heart Sutra begins with Avalokiteshvara in deep meditation, seeing that all five skandhas are empty, thus overcoming suffering. Doesn't say he fixed anything, he didn't escape, he saw clearly. That's the final key. You don't need to become something, you need to awaken to what you already are. You are not lacking, you are not broken, you are simply misperceiving. And the Heart Sutra is the lens that brings your true nature into focus. So now, I invite you tonight, tomorrow, and every day to chant the Heart Sutra not just as a practice, but as an unfolding. Let each word be a wave that washes away illusion. Let each verse be a doorway into deeper seeing. When you chant, don't try to understand. Let the sutra understand you. Sit with the paradox, breathe into the silence between the lines, and trust that the wisdom will reveal itself, not all at once, but layer by sacred layer. Thank you for walking with me through the 9 hidden layers of the Heart Sutra. If any part of today's journey resonated with your experience or gave you a new perspective, I invite you to share your thoughts and stories in the comments. Please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and consider becoming a supporting member to help us continue creating content that brings clarity, compassion, and courage to the spiritual path. Thank you for watching this video. May your path be fearless, your heart open, and your wisdom deep as the vast emptiness that is form.